I think.
Do you think 4-3 flatters Fiorentina a little bit here?
And I think the game flattered Inter. I think Inter got lucky in this game because the penalty that Cabral ended up scoring on, DiMarco should have been getting a red card for the high studs on Bonaventura. He should have been out, and he stayed in the game and was able to create chances after chances in that game. Inter should have been down to 10 man from early on for the rest of that game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then the penalty in this game and the penalty in the Roma Napoli game almost identical.
Yeah.
Player goes into the box, goalie gets his hand on the ball or doesn't get his hand on the ball, penalty called. What we saw in the Inter Fiorentina matchup was that Tatariciano touched the ball, player goes down, they say penalty. Roma Napoli and Dobele goes in.
Tatariciano, who's Tatariciano?
Tatariciano. I'm thinking about Milan.
are Tatariciano and Tatariciano going to mate and have a child?
It may be a good goalkeeper at that point. Tatariciano got the ball. Penalty called. In the Roma game, Rui Patricio, he gets the hand on the ball, no penalty called. Same play, opposite calls. This is what frustrates people with VAR. But I think Inter got lucky in this game because they shouldn't have had 11 guys for 60 minutes of the game, and they did.
Sure.
And the result probably would have gone. I don't know. I can't say Fiorentina would have done something with that man advantage. That score flatters Inter, but on the flip,
think it flatters Inter. Okay.
But I will say Inter can play with what's in front of them. They didn't have, they weren't making the calls. They played through it, and they played till the very end. They deserved the goal at the end. Mkhitaryan making his run. The team earned that win. What should it have all the guys out there? That doesn't matter. They couldn't. It wasn't up to them. They handled what they had to do, and they did it. And you have to give Inter credit because that is what champions do. They find a way to get results when everything's going against them, and they still get the result. So kudos to Inter for that. But I think the refereeing is the bigger topic.
I mean, I get it. I mean, if Martinez, if that's the last goal of the match, I can understand where it shifts things tactically, and you got to try to make some changes and do some different things where your hand is forced a little bit. Where if that incident was handled correctly, it's still 2-2, and maybe Italiano's thinking is a little bit different. Yeah, I can see that, and that might change the course a little bit. But he made the necessary changes to put the team in position to get back into the game and draw it at 3-3. Yeah. They just get countered in the end, looking for the winner, and it goes back to bite them. I think at some point you almost ask yourself, okay, you get it to 3-3 in the 90th minute. You've been struggling. You need points. You need to work your way back up. This is a title contender. At some point, as a manager, yeah, you want to try to win. You want to try to get the 3 points. But with what you've been through in that game and with everything that's gone on, do you just sit there and say, look, let's just manage this out. Point is not going to really kill us here. Let's not lose the point we just fought to get back. You can look at it that way, or you can look at the way that I prefer. He went for it. Said, all right, we got 3-3. Let's go win. Let's go try and win the game, and let's go chase this, knowing full well what Inter can do going the other way.
No, for sure.
Was it worth that risk? Well, in hindsight, it's not, because they lost.
It was a silly mistake that cost them that goal. I mean, 9 times out of the 10, he's going to get that play, and it's never going to get to Mkhitaryan. But Mkhitaryan does what a good attacker should do, is continue your run on the off chance it goes by, and you're right there. And sure enough, he was there, and kudos to them for getting the game-winning goal.